Hello everyone, this is Jane, a financial technology consultant here at Hyperbots, and today we are joined by Dave Sackett, who is the VP of Persimmon Technologies. Welcome, Dave. Thank you for joining in.
Yeah, thanks, Jane.
Let's dive straight into it. And the topic we would be discussing today is revenue heads in the chart of accounts. This topic is critical for the effective financial management and strategic decision making in any organization. To start off, can you please tell us why is the proper structuring of revenue heads in the chart of accounts so important for organizations, especially across different industries?
Yeah, so what you have is compliance issues. You've got your different stakeholders who need to know revenue accounts and really to manage the business based on looking at the proper revenues. And depending on what industry you're in, it can be vastly different. If you're a SaaS company, you're looking at usage and internet clicks and things like that. If you're a manufacturing company, you've got product revenue. If you're a service company, so regardless of what industry you're in, you may have vastly different ways you look at revenue.
Understood. What are some common mistakes or errors accountants make when creating revenue heads in the chart of accounts?
So for people who like data, they like to have everything at their fingertips. So they make a revenue strategy like to capture absolutely everything at a really tight granularity. But in reality, it works better if you have a simplified chart of accounts and use other reports to kind of support that so that you're really crisp, you're focusing your audience on the right revenue to kind of keep everybody on plan and on target. And to keep that simplicity balanced with the exact details you need is key. So you may find situations where you've got new business lines, you want to, add a new revenue stream, then that's a perfect opportunity to expand how you look at revenue.
Got it. Can you share some best practices for structuring revenue heads to avoid these common mistakes?
Yep. So you want to meet with your stakeholders. You want to really figure out what your end product and reports are going to look like and who needs that data. So it may be regulatory compliance. It may be you're reporting to a parent company that gets rolled into, public results. That revenue tracking can be critical. And especially you've got accounting eliminations. You want to make sure that everybody's all on the same page when it comes to revenue and to not overcomplicate it.
Understood. How can AI help improve the management and structuring of revenue heads in the chart of accounts?
So luckily, we're in the age of AI right now, where advancements are happening so fast. You can have AI support you in not only creating revenue accounts, but looking at changes in revenue and flux analysis and really digging into variances. So you've got AI now almost as a partner in accounting and finance. And it's all how you kind of creatively think. I know the capabilities of AI are amazing. How can I apply that to solve my problem? Usually when it comes to AI, really focus on the problem first and then see if AI can support it. And as technology increases, that the odds of that happening get greater and greater.
Understood, understood. Can you provide an example of how specific industry such as retail or manufacturing benefit from AI validated chart of account structure for revenue heads?
Yes, so I work at a manufacturing company. We make robots. The way AI would help us is really digging into variances, looking, giving us advice and guidance on is it proper? Are things going to the wrong accounts? Should things be structured in different buckets? The different way to look at things. So AI can kind of alert you that, hey, you've got all of these different transactions going into this one account, but it looks like the descriptions are off. Should that be changed? So AI can kind of help guide you as an advisor in terms of setting up revenue accounts and suggesting maybe we add revenue, maybe we consolidate revenue. So it's almost having another set of eyes to help guide and support you in your accounting and finance work.
Got it, got it. How often should organizations review and update their revenue heads in chart of accounts, and what factors should trigger these reviews?
So right now I'm going to a new ERP system. That's a great time to visit this task of doing revenue categorization. So, I'm trying to use my own advice and make things very simple and very basic. And as the business grows and as new revenue comes in, then we'll add revenue accounts. but really starting out with a strong foundation in revenue and then add as you need, not to start right out of the gate with something overly complicated. To me, simplicity is better, and then only when you really require it. So I wouldn't change revenue categorizations, every couple months, but any kind of major milestone. Maybe you've got a new compliance report that you need to generate and look at revenue differently. Maybe you take on a new product or a new service that needs to be tracked from a revenue stream. So if you don't have any of these major milestones, I'd say a good rule of thumb might be every year. Maybe when you're doing a budget and you want to look at revenue in kind of more in depth at that point. But so as needed and maybe annually at a minimum.
Understood. Finally, what advice would you give to the CFOs or financial managers looking to optimize their revenue structures in the chart of accounts?
So I would say look to the future, look to see where we're going, and look at tools today that may not have been available 2 years ago, 5 years ago, and see if that can help you in your role today. AI is very powerful. You've got the large language model advancement that now really takes a huge database, and these bots can now really understand your business. You can train them to, really support you in your effort to track revenue.
Understood. So that's it. Thank you, Dave, for sharing your valuable insights on managing revenue heads in the chart of accounts. Your guidance will surely help many organizations to optimize their financial structure and enhance their decision making processes.